Hey boys.
Am I starting with my little
Kane.
speech?
Moving on to our sports section.
He's one
Mi-
of
wi-
our own.
Harry Kane.
Am I starting with the speech now?
Can I just make a point about Harry Kane? Okay.
Here we go.
If
This
you
is
know
the
me,
fucking World Cup.
if you know me, no, it's not the World Cup. If you know me for longer than, well, I mean, I've been friends with you guys, minus David, before when Harry Kane first come onto the scene.
Yeah, I think at the time I think if I remember correctly, the only time I really noticed Harry Kane was when he scored against Hearts in the Europa League. That's the only time I clocked on to really.
Yeah.
Pretty
He
much.
had one breakthrough season with you in the Europa, and then you took a chance on him and
that
bang.
season on the Europa, he did well against Hearts. Then we were like, you know what, we'll start him more. And
Yeah.
then obviously he just grew and grew and grew.
Because he didn't do amazingly when he was out on loan, and there were championship teams that said when he was on loan. I think it was at Norwich. Was it Norwich?
He
for a
went to
while?
Norwich, Leicester, and he went to
They all said
someone else.
he is a championship quality player, right?
And now look at him.
My argument is, since he first came onto the scene, I said he's overrated. When he won Golden Boot first time, I said he was overrated. When he won second time, I said it was overrated. Everything he does is overrated. He is shit for England. I don't give a fuck about his goal tally. He's wank. A better striker with... He is so
He got
still...
a World Cup Golden Boot. He's
got
amazing.
a World Cup Golden Boot. Look at his ratio of goals. Fuck off, mate. Michael Owen scored a lot of goals as well.
Michael Owens is a good player.
Yeah, and he was finished by the time he was 25 years old.
He won the Ballon d'Or though, didn't he?
Yeah, but he was better than Harry Kane. He was a better footballer than Harry Kane. Michael Owen was at his peak miles better than Harry Kane.
You can go through statistics. You can say, like Teddy Sheringham, he was
But
a great striker.
This is my argument. Spurs fans in particular, but football fans in general, and some England fans, they rate Harry Kane so highly because of his stats, and it fucks me off because he's not. He can put the ball in the back of the net. Number one, because he plays in a team that play attacking football. Number two, because he's big and he's strong. That is it.
Very slow, but...
He's fucking slow. He cannot move. His dribbling is a below average at best. When have you seen him fucking run past someone when he's not just nicked the ball off him?
I think the one time that really stands out for when he did it was against Southampton. Was it Southampton? No, Southampton, where he just literally knocked the ball past Van Dijk and just sold him for a drink.
I'm not...
And then banged it in.
But then Spurs v Liverpool this season, what happened there?
I've always said he was. I've always said he's overrated.
We talk about Wembley, where we beat him 4-1, and then I think we lost.
Mate, he is a static human.
Like he is a great player. Like.
He plays like a 30-year-old.
But it doesn't matter because
he does. Because how old is he now? 25? 26?
25.
Yeah.
And he's playing 5 or 6 years ahead of his career, so it looks like he's gonna sink quickly.
Well, you don't know a place football. Everyone, the way people play and stuff like this, it always differs. I don't like the way he plays football. Well, no, but you can talk about this with any certain players. Like what about Gnabry when he was on loan at West Brom? Tony Pulis said he's not good enough to play for West Brom.
Right,
he's nowhere near
this
level.
This is also another bit of bollocks as well because he's just won Bayern Munich Player of the Season.
Exactly,
and everyone's going on about it. Oh, look at Arsenal! Look, they sold another player. End up being. Long story short, he weren't cut for the Premier League. Couldn't do it at Arsenal, couldn't do it at West Brom. And of course he's going to fucking bang in Bayern Munich. They won the Bundesliga 7 years in a row.
Yeah,
this is the same argument to Harry Kane.
There.
He is the sole striker of a team that play attacking football and finish in the top 4 regularly. This is why Arsenal strikers usually always have good goal tallies. Arsenal play, up until recently, have always played good attacking football.
Yeah, you got I think, in my opinion...
With the exception of Shamak and Bentner, I can't remember the last time we had a serious flop up top.
I mean, the thing is, I think every team part of the top 2 has like one, probably they aim for like one sole striker now just to get only that goal tally.
You've got the likes of Man City
I don't like
and Liverpool.
I feel like if you get Man City and Liverpool who can, I feel like the whole like front 6 players, they can all score a goal regardless.
Yeah, Sterling,
you look at
Bernard
Arsenal.
Silva.
I sort of look at Arsenal. Obviously, got Aubameyang and
Sterling's
Lacazette
done
at the
this
moment.
season.
Again, and
he can still score.
Sterling's another one though. Yes, he is a very good player, but he's so overrated.
He would have missed the English shots, by the way. Harry Kane would have passed him and he would have missed
Yeah, he's overrated. Sterling is overrated. A very good player, but he's overrated.
It's English, mate.
Because
this whole talk about English players are all overrated.
English players they are overrated.
Well, look at that Maddison. Man United are trying to buy him.
Overrated.
Their wings pay like 60 mil. There's that right back from Crystal Palace who's had one good season. Literally jumped out of nowhere. And everyone's like, Man United, 50 mil for them.
Yeah, Man United are fucking Mowbrays, mate. Though they love getting a ones. Ever since Ferguson left, they're all about getting one season wonders.
But I want to quote this now. There's a good view of having a one season wonder and then snatching when they're cheap. So I'll talk about Ryan Sessegnon. Obviously, a fucking amazing good season last year. Banged in goals left galore. Played obviously a left wing back.
And in the Championship, 2 years, young player year 2 years running.
Yeah, exactly. He dominated that league. Got Fulham promoted. This year, they bought players. They bought Schürrle from Dortmund. They got him on loan.
125 million in the end for that.
They paid 125 mil.
Off that.
Yeah,
the
they-
whole
All the
season.
players they bought.
Yeah,
Whole season.
Wow, that is a lot. Yeah, to be fair, that's that. They get. Don't you get 100 if you win the championship playoff final? You get 120 million, didn't you?
Yeah. You get more money of several years. Yeah,
you get more money winning the playoff final than winning the trophy.
Most valuable game in world football.
Yeah.
But I thought I finished second though when they got promoted.
Yeah, no. It's just like top first goes up, and then
first two automatic promotion, and then third to sixth.
Yeah, third to sixth because it's not Villa got like fifth place in the end or something.
Yeah, they were fifth place and they got promoted because they fucked up Frankie Lampard's derby.
Does anyone like Villa? Does anyone actually like Villa or Villa fans?
Never actually known one.
Wasn't it an actual Liverpool? Was it a Villa fan that struck down Jack Grealish in that match, or was it a Birmingham fan?
It was a Birmingham fan because that's their rivals.
The day Birmingham
plays for Villa, so that'd be very worrying if they did.
The day Birmingham City come back to the Premier League is the day the league's going to drop in class.
I hate Birmingham City because Arsenal hadn't won silverware in years, and they beat us in the
2011 Capital Carling Cup
League Cup final, and it was so jammy because we smashed them the whole game.
The worst. I remember watching that recently.
And it's Koscielny, I think, was at fault for it, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was a fuck up, and Obafemi Martins got the opportunity to score the easiest goal of his career.
Yeah, Koscielny and Szczęsny had a fuck up. Literally, they both went for the ball. Yeah. Pulled away. He was unmarked, untouched in the box tapping, and that sank your dreams.
I watched that at the pub. Actually, I remember watching it. But back to Harry Kane anyway.
I honestly,
he's just come off arguably his worst season since he's been a regular for Tottenham.
But
yes, he was injured.
Yeah. But then there's this whole thing I saw on Twitter has been blowing up. It's like people were comparing Harry Kane to Aguero, and I'm sitting there and thinking to myself, okay, well, why are they comparing it this season, but prior to last season? Obviously, Kane's been injured for a long time this season.
I've seen the same thing you've seen, right?
But this is what I don't understand, because obviously Kane's won, Golden Boot 3 times. He won back-to-back seasons last 2 years. But then Aguero, I'll admit, he's getting on. So obviously I don't discredit him. He's an absolute astonishing player. I highly rate him. I think he's one of the best players to ever grace the Premier League. Obviously without him, City wouldn't have won the league. Yeah. Yeah, scored him. He's injured. Kane's still 4 more goals.
This is the exact thing you're talking about.
This is actually, Man City. This is Man City.
Right.
Obviously, I agree that obviously he's a striker, but there's a counterpoint to this argument, because
something like Aguero now on his like 5th season of 20 plus goals.
Aguero has scored about 20 goals each season without a fail. But what this thing, because I will agree, Kane. I think Kane's a great player and Aguero's both great players, but this doesn't do it credit. Because yes, Kane was injured, and yes, he only scored less goals, but you have to look at the Man City team they had. Bernard Silva had probably one of the greatest seasons of his career.
Yeah, he got their
Sterling
Man City
had
player
the
of the season.
best season of his career. You had De Bruyne, I mean, he's injured, so he obviously didn't supply Aguero as much. You had Fernandinho, best season of his career.
You could talk about that endlessly, because Man City have got a ridiculous squad.
Their team is so well-rounded, I don't think Aguero makes much of a difference. Obviously, he scored a lot of goals.
No, he does, because as soon as they put Gabriel Jesus in that side, he don't get the goals.
He's a bit of a pony.
He just doesn't get the goals.
But the only thing I will credit Aguero to, he went 2 games, he scored back-to-back hat-tricks. I've not seen that from any player.
This is right. This is the perfect thing to round up my argument, especially for Spurs fans, because you can tell this is a Spurs fan that wrote this.
Yeah,
I'm going to read it out. So Kane has outscored Aguero for 3 seasons, apart from this season because he was injured for over 3 months. Kane still only got 4 less goals than Aguero, who was in a 98-point achieving title-winning Manchester City side. Face the facts, Kane is better. This is the fucking perfect argument to that stats bollocks. Number one, Aguero's not been injured any time during the last 3 seasons. I mean, he's been injured a lot in the last 3 seasons.
That's the thing. This person, as you said, the person's 100% a Spurs fan.
I mean, a couple seasons ago, he was injured for a while, like a long time. He spent about half the season out and still only finished a couple goals behind Kane. Number 2, the reason that Spurs fans have to write stuff like this is because universally they are disagreed with by everyone that Aguero is better. Yeah. Now, this is where the stats thing comes in. Kane can score as many more goals as Aguero as he likes, but if everyone universally, minus Spurs fans, are arguing that he's better, there has to be a reason for it. You can't just be like, oh yeah, but Kane scored more goals. Yeah, right, cool. I'd still rather have Aguero in my team.
Hasn't Aguero got more Premier League goals?
Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm just talking about over the course of the...
I did look it up when we were first talking about this. Kane has a much better goals game ratio in the Premier League than Aguero.
He's played a lot less games.
Yeah, and there's not a big gap between them. Goals game rate probably a lot better. So the Premier League has finishing shot accuracy or finishing conversion percentage or something.
Yeah,
Kane's got a higher
but
percentage as well.
But
that's not. I don't think that's up until recent though, because I think someone showed the amount of shots Kane has based on the amount of shots he actually scores, and it is woeful.
He actually has a lot of. I'll admit, Kane gets more shots, but that's because
this is the argument. Man City play, like you said, they play interchangeable football. Their front line, they're all about the pace, like Liverpool. You know, Kane is very much the focal point of a Spurs attack. Their aim is to get the ball to him to score.
Right, just a quick one to bring back to what Andy said. I've just looked up the games to goal ratio. Aguero's got 164 goals in 239 games.
Let's say it again.
Aguero's 239.
Yeah, 164 goals in 239 games.
That's madness.
Relatively, that is an incredible stat.
Sick.
And then you've got Harry Kane, who's got 125 goals in 178 games,
which is
they're practically identical. There's a small margin.
No, ratio-wise, Kane is ahead there.
But only by a small.
But only by.
But this is what I don't understand. Like, I'm a Spurs fan. I adore Harry Kane. Glory, he's a great player. I think he's probably one of the best strikers ever to grace the Premier League. But you can't
disagree.
You can't disrespect Aguero like that. One season that Aguero's outscored Kane, but fucking come on.
Okay, hold on. Here's a good argument then. You think he's one of the best to grace the Premier League, or say the top flight football?
Yeah.
Well, no, we'll say Premier League since '92.
Yeah.
Does he make top 5 strikers to grace the Premier League?
No.
Not top 5. Top 10, yes. Not
in my opinion.
But top 10 that's getting a stretch. That's a stretch.
But
top 10.
You've got to look at the people we've had.
We had quality of football. Henry, we had Shearer, Drogba.
Bergkamp makes my top 5, and his
Fowler.
goals game ratio.
It's Fowler
ain't that great.
Owen.
Heskey, in a sense. I know as much of a mean he is, he actually did have a good ratio.
No, he did.
Ian Wright.
Even though he join Arsenal, he was like 25.
Ian Wright will make my top 10.
I don't think he makes top 10, but he's
striker.
he was a quality player. Dwight York.
Teddy Sheringham. Dwight York, yeah.
Teddy Sheringham. Fucking love Big Teddy.
Teddy Sheringham, yeah.
I'd be like, the amount of
give big old Wayne a shout.
Wayne Rooney.
Wayne Rooney. Well, Frank Lampard, I know he's not striking.
Wayne Rooney in his prime better than Kane in his prime.
Yeah.
100% over an argument. I don't think that's an argument.
Just because he...
But Wayne Rooney peaked so young.
He did. He was so
23, 24 years old that he was when he still had his pace, he was unreal.
His first game, I'm not sure if this is necessarily true. I don't think it was his first game. It was one of his first games against Arsenal, and he scored like 2 goals. He banged you.
For Everton. It was his first appearance, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For Everton.
His first appearance.
And he was 16, 17 years old?
16.
Yeah. Mate, Man United, they got...
That was a man that was ahead of his years. He genetically peaked.
And then his hairline
so early on. So when he was 16, he was playing like a 21-year-old. And by the time he was 24, he was playing like a 30-year-old. And then it all just went downhill for him. After that, he really...
Yeah,
the curve dropped off.
When Man U started having to play him like centre mid and stuff.
That was poor.
You could look back at the Man United team and you could see the decline they were going to go for. At one point, they were playing like John O'Shea, like midfield.
Like, yeah, you shouldn't... No, but like the fact is, if you're Wayne Rooney, a guy that's been scoring 25 plus Premier League goals, like, why are you dropping him back into midfield? Like,
I feel like Rooney, I don't think he wanted to go for that striking position. I think he wanted to play. He
wanted to do the number 10 role. He wanted to do Bergkamp.
He wanted to do what Bergkamp and that's what Messi's come out and said. He doesn't like scoring goals anymore. Obviously, he can score them. He's got to fucking give.
Because he's probably bored of it.
Yeah, exactly, mate. He's got like over 600 goals. He's like, you know what? I think I might assist more. So you could put Messi at the number 10 role behind like. Well, probably not Suarez. He's getting on a bit, but I don't know if they had Kane.
Well, I mean, they're going to replace Suarez.
They're in talks with multiple people.
Have they not? Griezmann. Have they signed a striker? Griezmann, isn't it?
I mean, Griezmann's basically...
No, Griezmann's in talks with Barca.
He's not gone yet, though.
We're talking about Barcelona.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm thinking of Real Madrid all of a sudden.
No, he wasn't in talks with Barca. He was in talks with... I heard there was rumours that the Barcelona one had fallen through on their arranged agreement, which I think was bullshit. But he was in talks with Juve. He was in talks with Bayern. I think... one other club was in talks with him, but I can't remember who they were. A lot of big clubs are trying to get for him, but obviously you're Sergio. Does it PSG? Yeah. If you're, I think it was PSG. I think PSG were the front runners to sign him, but I still can't get my head around. This is completely off topic. This is PSG just reminded me. They fucking released Buffon. They just fucking one season. Gone.
Was he not out of contract?
Did they get? He had a one contract season.
They had one contract.
And they didn't review it. And they literally
had a one contract season.
No, because he wasn't fantastic for them.
They get him on a free anyway.
They got him on he was hard. He was hard from you.
I mean, don't get like that's really now that he's on a free, and Arsenal would need a second choice goalkeeper. That's someone we should really be looking at. Like considering our budget.
Hold on, go back. You're thinking of having Gianluigi Buffon as the backup goalkeeper to Leno.
Yes.
Fuck off. I'd rather Buffon.
Mate, how old is he now?
He's 41. He's 41.
Is he?
Bro, he's so old.
He's got the tons.
It doesn't matter, mate.
The accent time would be poor.
Juventus didn't get rid of him for the banter, mate. Like I know he went on a free, but there's a reason they didn't renew his contract.
Yeah, because they could
see him
shining.
No, because they could see him dropping off. They're like, right, he's reached an age now where he is dropping off. And Chesney is peaking now.
I saw that Atlanta might be trying to get him on a free, but I don't think he should. I think he should go back to Parma. Go back to where you started and finish off there.
Or just fucking retire, mate. You're above 40 years old. I know you're a goalkeeper.
Goalkeepers, like, when
he wants that Champions League win, mate.
Don't ruin your legacy, man.
I like in their first year, win it.
He should just retired as a Juve legend and picked up a goalkeeping coaching role.
He should have retired with Juventus, but I don't think he was ready. I think he looked at it and went, I can still play, so I will play. And PSG were like, he's a world-class goalkeeper. Obviously, he's on his way out, but who did they have in goal? They had fucking...
They have Areola.
Areola, and Trapp.
Areola and Sirigu have been the last three.
I think
was he in and out as a starting keeper? Buffon, because he played in the Champions League for them against Man United, and he did not have a good performance.
Who, Buffon?
Yeah,
that's because he pretty much gave Lukaku a goal.
And gave him 3 goals.
Gave him 3 goals because
pass me that time out, please.
But no, I think Buffon. He's probably one of the greatest keepers ever to grace the world.
Yeah, arguably the best. Arguably the best. Yeah.
Well, there's that. What's that goalkeeper that fucking everyone has so highly rated because he did the heel kick for a dead ball. Ball was classed as offside coming at him.
Oh yeah, who was that? What's his name?
The African geezer.
Yeah, I think African. But
with the
You mean
scorpion massive
like long scorpion kick. Yeah, what's his name?
Yeah.
I don't know his name. I know it's Jamie Redknapp that kicked the ball to him.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
I think so. Yeah.
It's for England, wasn't it? But that was a that technically the ball was.
No, I think the ball was live. It's just everyone.
It went live. The ball had gone up for some reason. Something happened to the ball, and that's why he did it. Because he admitted to them that he only did it for that reason.
Was that not in play?
No, it went in play.
I thought
everyone had thought the ball was in play. Everyone hyped up like, he's such a crazy goalkeeper for doing that type of thing in the mid game.
I thought it was the other way around.
No, it was the ball.
All the players thought it was banter, so he flopped out a scorpion kick, and it turns out he actually did.
I swear I saw something that it literally was a dead ball, and he did it just for shits and giggles. And everyone's just like, everyone was raping it about it.
In which case, it wouldn't have been a big deal. Surely that's a big deal.
Look up, because I thought Jay Redknapp's kicked the ball to him from a long way out. I thought all the players thought it was dead, but the ball was live. So then
if it was live and he did that, I still think it's an absolute stupid move, because if he misses that and it goes in, he looks like
but he thought the ball was he thought the game weren't actually playing.
That's even still though. That's a bit of a this is what I wait for. That's still a bit of an odd one. Like I don't rate him.
This list is shit.
How's Emery 10th?
Top 10.
How's Sarri 9th? He's won his first trophy.
Yeah, but
I know it was for Chelsea, but the guys.
Right, for a start, before we start debating this,
Simeone 5?
Are we? Because I think this is based on
this year.
Currently, right now, the most desirable managers in the world.
Why is Mourinho 2nd?
I don't know.
What the fuck? What
inbred?
How was Klopp third?
Not including retired
2 Champions League finals back to back. He's third. I mean, Guardiola, he won fucking near enough everything this year. Missed out on like the Champions League and one other trophy. I think Klopp should be 2nd. Stay 4th, but he shouldn't be there. Mourinho should be fucking out of this list.
I mean, they've combined
Mourinho should not be out of the list, because if Sarri's in that list, Mourinho deserves.
Sarri shouldn't be in that list either.
I mean, they've combined many different factors.
Think about who else is available now. Top 10 managers in the world.
Ancelotti should be in that list.
Yes,
Ancelotti is the only one.
Where is he now? Napoli.
Napoli.
What about,
so where did Napoli finish in the Serie A this year?
I want to say
third.
Was it third?
They didn't get Champions League. When we played them,
Atlanta got Champions League.
Yeah, they look dead.
When we, as in Arsenal, played them in the Europa League, we were 5th in the league in the Premier League. They were 2nd in Serie A, and was it 3-0?
Yeah,
3-0 in aggregate.
I know Roma finished 6th. I know that.
It's not like we steamrolled them. I'm not going to say that we did.
I know that they finished 6th.
But we comfortably won over 2 legs.
You outplayed them.
Yeah, when we drew Napoli, I was scared.
Wrong, my bad.
If anyone was going to knock us out, it was Napoli.
But when we played them,
Juve, Napoli, Atalanta, Inter Milan.
That's what it was.
Koulibaly didn't look.
Koulibaly,
not Koulibaly. Who's their centre back?
Koulibaly.
Napoli.
Koulibaly.
So yeah, he didn't look outstanding. Insigne lived offside.
Fucking hell, Sam.
Oh my god, yeah.
Sam, go on, mate.
Honestly, them against Arsenal, they were woeful.
Yeah, I was like, no, this can't. Like, I don't know. I don't watch enough Napoli games to sort of know whether that's a standard performance to them or whatever.
But this is the thing as well, though. Like as Dave just showed me, they finished 2nd in their Italian league. Obviously, you guys were 5th at the time. And where did you finish? What did you finish this year? 5th. Okay. Right. Spurs finished 3rd. Right. We played Dortmund. Dortmund had their league.
Did you finish 3rd?
Yeah, we did. No.
Did you not? Did you not?
4th. Shit. Yeah, you're right. 4th. Forgot Chelsea snuck in
Meme
the last
review.
minute. Okay, so we finished fourth, still in top four, doesn't matter, but higher than Arsenal. So we were at a time we were third, and Dortmund were top of their league. They were about 4-5 points clear of Bayern.
Yeah, but they finished second.
You know that could be why they may have.
No, mate. They bottled a lot of their games, even prior to us. They had was it this year or last year? They were 4-0 up against Schalke at half time. They drew 4-4.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting there, like they blew it. They played Bayern and they got. I think they got beat 2-0, 1-1, like something stupid. But they threw they threw so many games, and then they were sitting there. Bayern obviously won the league because Bayern's Bayern. They rampaged that league. I guess you're like the Frankfurts now coming out of their shells now, but then they sold Djokovic to Real Madrid.
It's like you go back to
what
December.
What did the points difference end up being in the Bundesliga?
I think it was like
because you're saying they rampaged it. If it was like 4 points between them at the end of the season,
that's
really
not a lot.
Well, seeing as they were like 7 points behind at one point.
Yeah, it's a good comeback.
2 points.
2 points. That's it.
That is not a rampage, Harry.
2 points.
Well, no, but I
get
as I said, they normally rampage the league.
All things considered, considering they finished second in the Bundesliga, you did very well against them in the Champions League.
We beat
they basically didn't turn up.
We beat them 2-0 at home, and then we went away to them and beat them 1-0.
And it's the exact same thing Arsenal did to Napoli.
But the thing is, though, if you watch back the actual Spurs-Dortmund away leg, so us obviously playing away, they were all over us. They had multiple shots. They were fucking caning them at us. But
don't finish your shots, don't get your fucking win.
Exactly, but they were so inefficient. They were so inefficient.
But then we're talking about managers now. That's I don't know who the Dortmund manager is. Is it? It's the old Ajax guy, isn't it?
He's the Swiss. He's Swiss. What's his name?
You can tell me his name is Mark Schumacher. I agree.
I know he's Swiss. I can't remember his fucking name.
Swiss Review.
Swiss Review.
Get the cheese out.
Not Tuchel. His surname is.
No. Thomas Tuchel was a PSG manager now, but he was the ex-Dortmund manager.
But yeah, I thought Dortmund nicked him off Ajax. I swear.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah.
Yeah, because Ajax have only recently got a new manager.
I literally looked him up 2 days ago as well, and I can't remember his fucking name.
Lucien Favre.
I think
his
father.
Yeah.
Favre. But yeah,
I'll admit Zinedine Zidane has had a bad year this year because.
But he came into the Madrid side.
He came in mid-year, didn't he? He came in at halfway.
Yeah.
Like February.
February.
But based on the career he had, his previous spell was Madrid.
But yeah, that's the thing though. He was gone for like half a year. So whoever's made this list has not intertwined the previous endeavours.
No. They've done it based on the here and now. As of the end of the season, these are the most desirable managers.
He shouldn't be on that list then, because if this,
I would say he's more desirable as a manager than Diego Simeone,
because I think they haven't
and Mourinho.
Yeah. They haven't come across that context. They haven't gone. Okay, so, these managers are the most desirable. They're probably
for me in terms of being desirable managers.
If you're on about desirable, Mourinho shouldn't be on that list.
It should be. Take Mourinho off.
It depends what you want. Mourinho, he's. I would bring him way down on this float at the bottom. But yeah, Guardiola obviously top. He is, without a doubt, the best manager in the world.
100%.
You can leave whenever you want, mate.
No, I'm just saying.
We will carry on without you.
But even like, say you got them 10 names there. Like I said, Ancelotti ain't on there. Like there's gonna be other people. Like
I'm surprised Emery's on there, to be honest.
I feel like Eric Ten Hag should be on there.
Emery hasn't really done much. Like
he's not improved Arsenal in his season.
He had an average term, 2 terms at PSG. Arsenal are very much in the same position they were when Wenger left.
But
one argument I will make for Emery is the signings he has made, with the exception of Lichtsteiner, have been good.
And we're better against top teams now.
And we are much better against top teams.
We come in
within reason. We didn't turn up against everyone, but we played you twice this season. True. And we were the better team.
You beat us once and lost once, didn't you?
Yeah, but
we played 3 times this season.
We drew the second game because you guys we missed an 89th minute penalty.
Bamiyang bottling it. Great player.
But I'm not just saying this as a biased Arsenal fan. We were the better team in both those games.
Thing is though, being the better
team at your place, it was a boyment. Like it was embarrassing. Like,
it wasn't ours. It was a Wembley.
Yeah, at your place. That was your place at the time.
Basically your place.
Wembley was a summer home.
That'd be your place
compared to what we've got now.
But yeah, we have turned up. We've turned up more against the top 6.
See,
which is I will commend him for that. But number one, we've lost our identity as a football club. We don't have a style anymore. I don't know which Arsenal are going to turn up every week. We are shockingly bad away from home, if not somehow worse than we were before.
You have probably one of the worst away records.
Our away record is comparable to a relegation side.
Honestly, I didn't realise it until I watched the away game versus Crystal Palace, and you were
Do you know what it is? It's
performance.
mentality,
that game
mate.
Summarised it all. I was
your team.
We went on a bad run away from home X amount of years ago, and now it's a stigmatism that's associated with Arsenal, and we cannot get over it. So we go in with in the back of our minds with, oh shit, we're away from home. Oh, what if they put the pressure on us? Well, fucking run at them then. We don't attack teams away from home like we do at the Emirates.
I'm going to call it now. We're at Anfield in one of our first games in August.
Destruction job.
A game.
Yeah, we're going to
Are we away from... we're at
Anfield.
Well, it's going to be a destruction.
Three goals at least gap.
What was the last time you played at Anfield? Was it?
Again, we always seem to get Liverpool
at
the start of the season. It was the start of last season.
It was one of Oxlade-Chamberlain's last games for us.
Yeah, and we got battered, mate.
Banged 4-1.
Humiliated.
This is what I don't understand with the Arsenal team. Is you guys... There's like certain... as you said, the team's mentality is fucking shot.
Away from home, yeah.
Even sometimes at home, though. Because there'll be performances where, like... I'd say I don't watch Arsenal regularly.
There are sketchy performances at home that we somehow make it through.
But every team has them. Chelsea has a couple of games at home. Spurs, well, obviously, our new stadium. We lost to West Ham 1-0.
Ours are more frequent than I'd... Yeah, but the difference is, when you guys lose those games, you're still... I wouldn't call it unlucky, but you're still in control. You still see your style come through.
Yeah, because
when Arsenal have those games, you can tell from within.
Anyway,
we had we were all over them. Mate, the last kick of the game.
You're struggling to finish the game off, and then
so fucked off.
You're struggling to finish the game off, and then you get hit on the counter or something like that, and then they end up just having a good defensive game. When we crumble at home or away from home,
that's it.
It's evident from the get go. So we are wobbly. The wheels are coming off before the whistle's even blown.
I think what the problem with Arsenal is you have...
I mean, a severe lack of investment for a start.
Yeah, that was Spurs' old problem as well, obviously.
I mean, it still is your problem, but the thing is you've got a lot of assets, which is...
We've got well, apparently Eriksen's talked to fucking Real Madrid is back on because they don't want to pursue Pogba, and now they want Eriksen, and Arsenal needs to make up his fucking minds.
I don't think Madrid are going to pursue him this season.
Well,
this window, sorry.
It was like the Daily Mail.
I feel like they won't take Pogba now. It's just simple.
I don't think they'll take either Pogba
They've
or
apparently
Eriksen.
said they don't want Pogba's wage demands to, or they with the amount of money they've already spunked, they can't spunk any more on Pogba.
Because they're on 300 million. Obviously, you don't want to spunk another fucking 100 million. That's 400. But I saw something right, it made me laugh. It was the Daily Mail, tweeted or someone tweeted link in the Daily Mail. It's like Eriksen believed that he was going to be playing for Real Madrid next season. So before the Champions League had even been announced, before we'd even played the game, he was like, house is packed, ready to move from Spain. And I was thinking to myself, how the fuck would they know that? Are they going for a house tour on Eriksen's?
They do a lot of talking behind the scenes with other clubs, I think.
Well, I'm guessing he's probably gone to Spain a couple of times.
Eriksen's come out public saying he wants to leave.
By all means, if he wants to leave, he can leave.
But he's not doing it in a way that's...
He's not gone for the Berbatov approach.
He's not just fucking off. He's not just refusing to play football. He's just like, I want a new challenge. No, it's Tottenham. Like, that's all he's saying. He's like, I want a new challenge. I want to win stuff.
He's played for us for like 5 years. We bought him for like 14 million.
Yeah,
as Sam said, asset. So with that, the thing is though,
he's an 80 million pound player. Bottom.
That's the thing I can respect about Spurs. Like, I feel like the big player that you brought in for like so little, like Modric, Bale, regardless.
But some have flopped. I mean,
Giovanni Dos Santos.
Mate, honestly,
what a talent he was as well.
He was breaking all sorts of records at Barcelona. Him and it was obviously Messi came through before, and then I think Dos Santos was like breaking similar records that Messi broke, and then Bojan was doing the same sort of thing.
And then Bojan ended up at Stoke.
Dos Santos was
one of the biggest drop-offs in history of football, mate.
Then you see Shaqiri, mate. That guy's career. Bayern, then he went. He was a Bayern, then he went to.
And they started off at Basel, then he went Bayern.
Then Stoke got him from. Didn't Stoke get him from Bayern?
Yeah, they bought him from Bayern.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So was it Inter?
It was definitely
in the Champions League. Inter, then he went Bayern.
Yeah.
Then Stoke.
Stoke somehow got him from. Then Liverpool.
But then, do you want to know something funny? Shaqiri's one of them really high-rated players. I've not met one person that says a bad thing about him. Obviously, his way he plays can be critiqued. Obviously, the way he's played is a bit off.
Crouchy loves him.
Peter Crouch loves him. But do you know how much they paid for him? They got him for like
15 million.
15 mil.
Yeah.
And in today's market, that's literally beyond. He's like worth 30 now.
This is what I don't get about Arsenal. Now, the players that we've been linked with this season are pretty much relative unknowns, mate. We're talking about
some from Sampdoria.
Kieran Tierney.
He's a great player. He's
great.
He's
probably
the best.
This is the same argument I made about Harry Kane. I'm not saying he won't be good. He's won Scottish Young Player of the Year 3 seasons running. But he plays in a team that dominate the league.
But
you could put anyone in that fucking gap in that Celtic team, and they're gonna look good.
Yeah.
If I'm away to Caledonian Thistle, mate, I'm gonna put in a good performance.
Well,
like
that far, mate. You barely run.
Exactly. I'm a Celtic. I don't have to move, mate. Everyone around me is doing all the work.
This is the thing, right? I agree with what you're saying. Obviously, Celtic are that high class in their league.
But by the way, I'll get back to... Sorry. I do honestly think that with Brendan Rodgers massively improved Celtic.
He did.
I genuinely believe that he's an underrated manager. But Rangers are up and coming now with Gerrard, who's doing a good job. And fucking always forget his name. The geezer who was manager of Celtic. Now, I honestly think Rangers are going to close that gap next season.
Yeah, Rangers.
If Neil Lennon stays in charge of that team and Gerrard stays in charge of that Rangers team, 2 seasons and Rangers win the league.
I say Gerrard will bring in more of the...
He's already in talks to Liverpool, but bringing more and more loan players.
But this is the thing that I find funny because obviously Rangers are going to be powering up. Stevie G's has got links to Liverpool. He can take all the
take all the youngsters he wants.
He can take any one of them. He could probably... Oh, they sold him, never mind. There was that young striker. I can't believe his name.
Solanke.
They could have gotten him on loan, and he would have
really
torn them apart.
Oh, but he would have destroyed him.
He's even made some true times from like English league clubs.
Well, they signed a Southampton player, didn't they? He was a midfielder. I can't remember his name. He wasn't as well sought after, but they snapped him up.
No, I forget who they've signed someone from a football league club, and I think he was like the first team in the Championship, and he's gone up there, and I was like. That's a solid sign.
That's major moves for them. I mean, they had I can't remember what team it was that vanished off the face of the planet. It was a professional
Russian
football
team.
club. No, it was a professional football club in the lower dwellings of English football, and something happened. They had some sort of mass exodus, or they went into administration or something. And I think Rangers picked up a few of their players, and they were in we're talking like League 2 and below, semi-pro to pro. Rangers picked up a couple of players, and they've done not fantastic, but they've done all right up there.
But you've got to think if you're coming from the
that's the difference in league.
You are not attracting any top clubs. Now, like Premier League wise, you
say that
the scraps.
That Dembele they had,
Ousmane Dembele,
and he's an out Leon. I'd take him at Arsenal. If Aubameyang leaves, I'd put him as my number one target.
I don't think he's ready for a number 1 position at.
I think he's
number 9.
I honestly think he's
about 24 now.
Yeah,
24.
I mean, he's still playing second striker there anyway, so Memphis to buy.
He is.
Oh shit, I thought he was there. Left wing.
He is a perfect example of the player that we need. Do you know what Arsenal lack? We don't have any dynamic players. There's nothing dynamic in that team anymore.
I'm not lying. It's what they need, man.
We don't have anything dynamic. People slate Kolasinac, right?
Koscielny.
They've got all the oldies.
People slate Kolasinac, mate.
I mean,
he's one of the few.
Guendouzi's in there now. It's fun.
Yeah, the Guendouzi's alright actually. He's not fantastic. Like, I wouldn't want him striking the ball from midfield.
Well, no, it's just.
But he gets. Do you know what he is? He's a slightly better version of Elneny.
Bang average. Yeah. He's bang average.
Yeah, he's a better. He's a better.
Younger than everyone in this room right now. I think maybe.
He's 1920.
Yeah, his age obviously he can develop. But at the moment he's bang.
He's probably
average.
my age, but.
Yeah, I can't see him get much better.
Nah, I can't. I can see him move to another club. But I don't think it's the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona.
He's done very well to come in from the second division of the French league into Arsenal's basically first team.
I think when you guys signed him, you were trying to go for that Kante approach of signing a good midfielder from the French second tier.
He doesn't do anything that Elneny couldn't. He's just a younger version.
Elneny shit.
Elneny is
full 3 months older than me, but
3 months.
What was he? Where was he?
He's April 99, so he's 20 now.
But... Oh fuck! It's only 2 years younger than me. Oh, older than me.
So he's playing for Arsenal. There was a long time when we were starting him over Torreira. And it was kind of justifying that decision. I think Torreira's obviously a better player.
Yeah.
But like
he's quite hyped up though. He's
at
a
the
good
start
player,
of last season, he was starting, and he went like against Man City. I want to say he had a fairly decent game, and I think we obviously got dicked.
He's put in a few man of the match performances. And he said he's 19-20.
I think you had City the first game of season like last season, and
our first 2 games were City and Chelsea.
Yeah, we chucked this kid in, and he
I feel like Torreira was your best player for that game.
Why every fucking season? Within the first 2 games, we play one of the top 6 every fucking year.
I'm just so happy I haven't got fucking Newcastle away again. That was getting annoying.
Newcastle, you haven't.
The last 2-3 seasons we had Newcastle away. And like if you go to the last statistics of our last 10 starting games, we've had about all of them away.
Yeah.
And they've all been away to Newcastle, Stoke, fucking. We had one away to Liverpool or something. And then now we've got a home game against Chris Palace, is it? Norwich. Is it Norwich? Norwich City.
No, and I feel Liverpool even, but
fuck it, some dead club.
Haven't you got like one of the new ones? Like
one of the new boys, probably like fucking Villa or some of the other shitters.
My point about Emery was that he's actually made some okay signings. Like
there's Norwich.
Leno was and is a better keeper than Czech now.
Have you got them?
I'll check.
Torreira ended up being a good signing.
Socrates was alright.
Socrates
average.
Socrates started really well, and then when the defensive partnerships at the back fell apart, so when Bellerin and Holding got injured, that's when it all went to shit. Because at the end of the day, how old is Socrates? 30, 31?
First thing I see is Tottenham beat
Koscielny is 34, mate.
Each.
Villa.
Like,
fuck.
I knew it's one of them.
But
First
I think
Villa, and then second game is City away.
we just like Arsenal's defence is obviously like
Easy
a
0
tumour,
points.
and it has been for a while. And signings like
Your fullbacks.
Socrates.
Since Bellerin's been fucking injured, and you've had a
but Bellerin's overrated though.
I'm not even a big fan of Bellerin
I'm not
when he
saying
plays.
he's a great. Like,
He's a good wing back,
Yeah,
and he
he's
can
good
get forward
attacking.
well.
Yeah.
Should have
He's good
sold
attacking.
him when he was still hyped up.
Who,
He
Bellerin?
looks like a
Good on,
gay fucking fashion icon.
We can still get money for him.
I feel like when he was linked to like Barca for like 50 mil, that's when you should have sold
We
him.
can
guys should have
we
been
can
on
still
that.
get 50 mil for him.
Nah.
6 months into the season, if he goes uninjured, we get
that
50 mil for him.
injury was really bad on him.
No,
He
but-
decided-
Mate,
Mate,
it's-
it's his age, man. If players like
you could probably get 30 mil from Barca, and
we can get 50 mil for him.
Yeah, no,
What's
we'll
that?
be
What's
able
that
to
right
get-
back at the moment? The Portuguese one.
Semedo.
That's it. You probably get him. We're after him, to be fair. So he's a decent talent.
We
but-
can get money for him.
Yeah, obviously you can get money.
As long as he recovers from this injury, even if he plays 6 months of mostly average football, a big club will come and pay 50 mil.
The fact is, I don't think we'd even sell him
No, I don't think we'll.
I don't understand how
unless he starts making moves that like he ain't gonna sign a new contract or whatever. Because I think he's got about 3 or 4 years left on the current.
We
one
signed.
he's got.
We signed to a 5-year deal
So,
last time. So
he's got a while. So even if he proper kinks,
he is our biggest asset.
Yeah,
That's quite.
he's our
sad.
only
It's
asset.
concerning. It's
Lacazette's
concerning.
an asset.
Yeah, like Lacazette, Aubameyang, or like star players, or whatever. But like, obviously, we're gonna keep them. In terms of like people that we could like
Replace.
people that are going to be on the outdoor, we're losing money on all them. Like when Xhaka finally leaves, Koscielny's obviously retiring, whatever.
Well, Shaka's talking about leaving now, and we're looking at £40 million for him.
Who? Xhaka.
Yeah,
You buy him like 30.
we paid 34 million. Yeah, so we're not making much money on him, considering the way the market's gone since we signed him.
Yeah,
Granit Xhaka, mate.
Oh, Granit Xhaka. Sorry, I zoned out. I don't know many Arsenal players.
Granit Xhaka. Yeah, we make a small man. Mönchengladbach.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was a captain for a couple of seasons.
Oh, fucking
The Bournemouth
Swedish
captain.
one. Yeah, the one who gets a red card near enough every game.
The thing about Xhaka is, I don't think he's a bad player. I don't. He's actually right.
He's tackling his.
But
I think his attitude's-
it's the system we play though. If we played like, remember when we had Mikel Arteta and he played in that position. There's a difference between a defensive midfielder and an anchor in the midfield.
Yeah.
Xavi Alonso and the Mikel Artetas, they're the anchors. They sit there and they bop and they distribute the ball because you're controlling the game.
Yeah.
We don't control games anymore, so he gets booked a lot. He can make very good long passes. He's got good control over the ball.
I mean, that's why.
We need him to play in that role
See,
if we're controlling games.
I think you
And
need
he
to
needs
go
to
for
sit.
You need to go for the approach of. I know it's quite. It's obviously the most played out formation in the world. 4-4-2. Spurs used to do it back in the day, right? We used to play Defoe and Crouch up front, Lennon, Bale, vice versa. A midfield would consist of like Tom Huddleston and Modric. And obviously, you look back in the day, and that's a fucking woeful midfield.
It's not.
But
Modric is unreal,
Well,
and
obviously
Huddleston in his prime was an above-average player.
Modric wasn't at his peak at the time. I think he was when he only relatively started playing for Spurs.
Yeah,
He
so
was
it's
Still
obviously-
one of the
Still
best
good,
players
though.
even then.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
well,
like
I
2010,
guess-
2011, probably,
yeah,
I guess.
so. But bar that, we went for the same approach. Is we'd have two central midfielders, one would push, one would anchor in the middle. That was probably one of the most solid things we did. The problem with that
I don't
is
think you can
have
do
to
that
have
anymore.
Two versatile. Yeah, you can't do it now.
You
but
got two versatile.
You need two versatile.
You have to have a
midfielders.
Kante in your team
Yeah,
to sweep up, clean up your mistakes.
Yeah.
So even things though, you could work that formation. You could probably,
Yeah.
you could probably take a striker away, have a defensive midfielder sit just behind the two mids, let them rotate. Have, like I say, a Kante position where they sweep up anything that swings by.
Yeah.
But I don't. It could work and it couldn't work. It's a trial and error system. But you'd have to look at. You'd have to have two midfielders like who can attack, who can long shots, vice versa. Who has everything in their locker, but they need to defend as well.
For me, the best system at the moment in football is the one that Liverpool play.
I think
It is the most relevant. It is most modern. It is. They've got dynamic players left to right all over the field, probably with the exception of Henderson,
Well,
and he's their one player
Davey likes
who has a
Wow.
circle in the pitch that he mostly stays in.
Great.
He's a fucking captain, my captain.
Jay Hendo is one of the ones.
I think what they need to do. Liverpool's team. The midfield.
They've probably got. Put it this way, they've got arguably they've got the top, maybe the best goalkeeper in the league, with the exception of Edison. Yeah.
I put Alisson above just about.
Yeah, I mean they're very close, right?
Yeah,
so
I
you
know what I mean.
say they've got the best goalkeeper, the best right back, the best left back, the best centre
I
back.
don't know, mate. Kepa, he's a great manager. stop.
but seriously though,
100% best fullbacks all day long go to Liverpool. Yep. Trent and
best centre back potentially in the world.
The best centre back in the Premier League.
Yeah,
you got obviously like Toby Alderweireld.
I would say arguably the world.
Arguably the world. Yeah.
At this time and era, he
Virgil van Dijk is a nightmare.
Like that stat that no one's been able to dribble past him.
Well, I think someone has. Obviously, he went for such a long time.
That's very ambiguous. I think it's very.
It's a very
Son dribble past him.
It's quite controversial.
Yeah, depends what you class to be fair.
Because they're saying if he recovers, so if someone dribbles past him and he recovers and wins the ball, that doesn't count as him dribbling past.
So people dribble past him, but he's managed to win the ball because Son did it past him.
But he's chased him down. No, because they dribbled past him.
At the end of the day, like if
just because that player that's now dribbled past him hasn't been quick enough to make a decision to get rid of the ball and he's won it back.
It's because he's
still been dribbled past.
He's an animal.
If I run past you at football and I've not got any support, so I stop and turn back, and I pass it and you wipe me out.
You clip out the ball.
I've still dribbled past you, mate, but there's no support, so I've had to turn back and
Bernard Silva did it in the National League's final. He dribbled past him, but as the way people see it is you have to dribble physically past him. He didn't. He was running one way and he turned and went that way. Obviously, Van Dijk was expecting him to keep going, so he stood that ground. But then he got cut into. That, in a sense,
no, you have to get past him.
I get what you're saying. It's a really hard stat to define, but the fact is
don't discredit.
He's got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he's gone that long with no. But you look at the
either way, no one else is above him in that section.
Look at this. Look at the man. He's an absolute.
He's 6'4". This is this exact same thing I said about Bale back in the day.
Fastest player in the Champions League as well.
Yeah, not the fastest.
He got the fastest recorded speed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't think he's the fastest.
No, he's not. The
likes of like
Sane would probably Sane would beat him in a race.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the only thing is, with the short players, Sane's like what 5'9".
Yeah,
he's short. He's quite short. I mean, you're taller than that, so.
Well, I think I'm about 5'10". Yes, I'm only just.
So Sane's potentially shorter than you, and he's considered one of the fastest in the world.
You had the likes of like Aaron Lennon and Theo Walcott.
With a little player,
Aaron Lennon was 5'5", but he was considered one of the fastest wingers.
Walcott is still fast. He just people forget about him because he plays at Everton. No one cares.
He's 5'7", even still fast. FIFA 96 pace.
But when you look at short players and they're burning and their legs are going at an unbelievable speed, and you got fucking VVD 6'4". He don't have to move his legs as quick to cover the same distance, does he?
He's that big.
Yeah, it's the same thing about Bale. I would rather have a Bale in my team than a Leroy Sane.
Yeah.
Because he's 6'3", he's big, he's strong, and he's 6'3". Yeah, he's a fucking giant, man. I think he's 6'3".
That to me, he has got the figure for it. He's quite a
if you're tall if you're tall, strong, and you've got pace, and your control of the ball is above average.
You're basically Ronaldo.
You are considered in a world class bracket.
Yeah.
Andy, if only you had pace, you'd be world class.
He's quick for his.